directions. Fitzroy kicking to the left of screen against St Kilda. Lowe has dropped out of the St Kilda team. Been told that he'll undergo an operation tomorrow. Trying to break through Spawn early. Sun coming out for one of the few times today right at the start of this match. Bailey coming in for Lowe. It's a bit of a body blow there, Bernie Quinlan. Of course, no Lockett for a few weeks, and now they've lost Stuart Lowe.
Yes, big loss, Stuart Lowe. His form hasn't been all that good, though, Bruce, because he's obviously been hampered by that groin injury right throughout the season.
Well, that's Nathan Burke down towards Grant, who seems to be playing on the forward line. Winmar trying to break the tackle, caught high. And David Grant on the forward line, interesting move. Here's Damon Shaw on the left foot, bringing it into the pocket. It clears the heads of the players. Here's Jeremy Gard giving it back to Paul Roos. The crowd always comes to light when Roos gets the ball and he finds McGregor at half-back.
To Ross Lyon on the run, so not he'll have to sit and wait. Grant didn't give a free kick away. Quick kick again by Lyon. Good take, Sartori. Left-hand handball, okay. This is Dent, his first kick in senior football. To centre half forward, a wobbly old one. Gets another South Australian who was playing there last year in Wakeland. Out wide to Nathan Burke. What a fine player he is. Handball over the top. Great to see Harvey back. It'll be terrific for St Kilda if he could make an impression today. Goes to full forward. Roos gets back and takes the mark. And as Peter McKenna said, don't they come alive when the champ gets hold of the footy. Stretches it out wide to that man himself in stretch. Goes on towards Dunstan at centre wing.
After him is Bardsley. Almost brings him down too, but he gets his boot to it. It's on centre wing. Here's Dean Anderson with Brad Boyd. And Brad Boyd has been in terrific form this year, Bernie.
Yes, the representative Victoria State of Origin, the former Collingwood under-19s captain. And it's good to see him coming good. Only lightly framed player, but a player with enormous ability.
Two number 9s, Vidovic and Sartori. Sartori wins it, knocked on by Boyd. Back towards the boundary line, tapped by Stretch. Over the line on centre wing.
And also good for St Kilda today with Tim Pekin back in the side. After a training mishap when he fractured a cheekbone, he's picking up McGregor on the wing.
He's getting towards 200, Bernie Pekin. He's well into the 190s. He's been a quiet achiever, hasn't he? Anderson around his body. Bardsley gets away from Dunstan. Left foot in towards centre half forward. Good play by Grant. Got into the front space against Dent. Now he's outside 50. Goes to the goal square. Fode getting back. O'Brien. Oh, good mark. Juggling mark on the little fellow O'Brien at full forward. And he's become somewhat of a goal-kicking specialist, O'Brien, over the last couple of years for St Kilda.
It's a fine player for St Kilda in the forward line. And Fitzroy had to reshuffle the back line because Hawking found himself lining up on O'Brien and moved himself out to half-back to allow Jeremy Gard the job.
O'Brien from point-blank range has got the first goal of the match. And St Kilda strike early. They're a goal. Fitzroy yet to score.
And so O'Brien, actually a fine player since he's been recruited from Essendon. Couldn't make much of an impression with the Bombers. Have probably starved of opportunities there. We see David Grant taking the strong mark, lining up, as Peter McKenna said, rather surprisingly, in the half-forward flank position. And O'Brien has now kicked his 17th goal for the season, 2 behind Tony Lockett.
So first blood to the Saints. Again, the two number 9s, Vidovic and Sartori. Harvey racing away with it. The umpire in the meantime will bounce it again. A good move probably with Grant because he's very, very strong overhead, and with Lowe and Lockett out, they need some marking power up there. Vidovic, well, he actually won that one. McGregor went without it. Is it Jimmy Wine there underneath there? Yes, it is Wine trying to come away with it. He's been a terrific player. Another lot of players out on this ground today that have been recruited from other clubs. Wine, originally an Essendon player, of course. Jamie Shanahan, formerly of Fitzroy, of course. Now, here's Keogh. He was formerly of Melbourne. Quick kick out of the pack towards half forward for Fitzroy. There's Struber, a former Fitzroy and Sydney Swans player, of course. Boyd is in there after it.
There's a whistle.
And the umpire's going to come in and bounce at half forward for Fitzroy.
What are you saying, Macca? There's a lot of X's out there, are there?
Oh, there ever.
Should be a good contest with Armstrong picking up Robert Harvey.
Anderson running with Boyd too, Bernie. A couple of premierships under his belt, Anderson. Frawley's handball snared by Armstrong. Went to ground, gets a free kick against Frawley that time. Pretty good kick, Armstrong. He's outside 50.
Oh, he's one of the best kicks in the competition, Armstrong.
Good player, isn't he?
It's a great comeback from this player after a very serious knee injury, of course, a reconstruction.
Get an idea of the breeze here, Bernie. He's going to kick from 55. Bit of a hook in that. Gets right to the square, though, and in the end punched through by Wakeland. So a bit surprising. I think the breeze got hold of that a bit and gave it a ride.
A fair dinkum punch, wasn't it? It wasn't just tapped over the line. They thumped it.
Strooper to bang it back in for St Kilda. So Fitzroy are behind. The Saints are a goal. Early days yet in a match that you would consider to be last chance for both teams. For the loser, they're going to really struggle, you'd reckon.
Strooper to the half-back line. Here's Dean Anderson, the former Hawk. A quick kick. Vidovic back with the fly, but good mark by Armstrong. And he caught one in the solar plexus. Well, actually in the hip by the looks of it.
It's pretty severe here by Vidovic, putting the boot right into him.
The boot out. And that's dangerous, particularly if you've got the solid stops. Now, down to Shanahan at the back is wearing gloves. He's playing on Doc Wheeler. Here's Jimmy Wine on the Ross Lyon. Good play by Lyon. Around the corner, Ross Lyon. That is a brilliant goal. Lyon, after a great game against North Melbourne last week, has kicked terrific goal, Bernie.
Great goal around his body there. Rossi Lyon dodged and weaved, a couple of blind turns. And Rossi Lyon was able to get around those two players, and terrific goal.
Fitzroy lead by point at Waverley Park on a cold, almost winter's day. We're nearly there, aren't we? The day's getting very short in Melbourne. Satori's a little left-footed, didn't go very far. Burke round the body by Peaker towards centre half forward. Bouncing ball gets right up to full forward. Horsenotti went for the big boot, missed it really in the end. Bailey's handball, Grant left-hand handball, misses O'Brien. A stretch, good play, stood up and Paddock ripped away from him. Bailey can't quite get a kick. Burke was the first tackler, and it'll be a bounce down about 30 metres away from the Saints' goal.
There's a couple of good tackles there. Stephen Stretches in particular in the end was a terrific tackle.
Satori sets himself. Vidovic went a bit early. Roos's left-hand handball was quick. Dent away. Neat-looking kick out towards centre wing. There's a Paddock there. Sits and bounces. Harvey went without it. Frawley over to Anderson. Anderson about 70 metres from goal just bangs away, and Satori gets back. Now stop talking about X's. You go on for a while with Satori.
He's been a good player for Fitzroy. Now that was Dent towards the centre wing area. The race is on. Kick forward by Spawn. Taken by Pickett. Well played by Justin Pickett. Playing in front of his man. Towards centre wing. Armstrong went without it. Now here's Robert. Oh, geez, a class player. The way he weaves around. Look at that. Plenty of time. Still going on with it. Caught. Gets it to Frawley. Frawley's been in good form in recent weeks. Towards half forward. Bailey pulls his opponent down. So it'll have to be a free kick to Hawking. No doubt about that at all.
Congratulations to Danny Frawley. Game 150 as captain today for St Kilda.
Great effort, isn't it? Here's Johnson, the 17-year-old. Looks to have a very big future. Wakeland goes with Malloy, another young gun. Malloy's handball. Boyd caught in the end by Shanahan. Anderson, left-hand handball, pretty good to Strooper. Left foot. Shaw gets underneath it, takes it. At left half-back for the Saints. Centre wing, Grant the target. Good lead. He's a terrific mover, Grant. He's a thoroughbred when you look at him. Out wide. Winmar's got a Paddock. Bardsley's going to have to work for him here. Winmar will have to hold it up, I feel. The Saints trail by a point. Winmar centering kick. Gee, there's some spaces. Frawley on the run and does run his full measure. And then measures a kick to centre half forward. A good play by Bailey. He stuck out his bottom there and didn't let Hawking get close to him, and took the mark about 52 metres out. Came in for Stuart Lowe. Played 7 matches so far this season, so he'd be looking to reconsolidate here. Very poor kick. This might come off. Bardsley just happened to be in the right place at the right time. He didn't look for him, did he, Bernie?
No, I don't think so, Bruce. I think he was really looking for Gordon Fode, who was well covered by Zanotti, who really positioned himself about 10-15 metres in front of Gordon Fode and blocked off his lead. It was a very poor kick really from Bailey, but just a bit of fortune. Good fortune.
Bardsley from the pocket. Poor kick. Shocking kick across the face of goal and out of bounds on the fall. So poor attempt, really.
You should get a league football should get a lot closer than that as the ball was coming back.
Well, he's missed everything by 10 metres, virtually from about 15 metres out on the angle.
Gigard was a bit lucky there, though, Mackie. He missed the ruse too, and they had a second kick.
Well, here's his second kick. Oh, good mark, Vidovic. A one-hander. Very good mark by big laser Vidovic. Brings it in. Oh, the Winmar waited for Bailey, but look at Winmar. From 45 metres, he straightens up and he's hooked it. But certainly the scoring end is left of screen, which Fitzroy has. So this isn't a bad start by the Saints.
Good start. They've done very well in the reserves today. Fitzroy came steaming home in the last quarter, kicking to the left to win. Now 10 goals behind at one stage. Ruse, still with Ruse. Ruse and Frawley were running together then. There's a free kick going to Dent. Looks like it's against Grant. First game of Dent from Sturt in Adelaide. Gets to Malloy at centre wing. Malloy, half forward. Satori got caught underneath it. Pickett at the back. Still Pickett. Tackle on him by McCarthy. Okay, Johnson runs it to the boundary line and out of play. So, bit of a scrappy start, but conditions are not easy here today. We saw Carlton kick 7 goals 20 on this ground yesterday. Conditions were probably a bit worse than this.
Wakelin actually did the ruck work there. Nathan Burke. Oh, Harvey. Gee, makes a difference to this St Kilda side. Oh, good mark to Grant. Terrific mark going back with the flight. And is that 50? No. Is that? No. But here's Grant. Well, they look pretty well focused, St Kilda. And determined. And look at that mark to Pekin. On the Bardsley. Bardsley looking for Fode. Zanotti at the back. And Gordon Fode will be in for a tough game on Mark Zanotti, who's been a terrific player for Fitzroy, as he was, I thought, with the Bears.
Short to Stretch in the back pocket. And again Short gets to McGregor. Came from Paran last year, not a good kick. Was trying to get to Satori. Burke gets it to Keogh, and the vision was excellent, wasn't it? And O'Brien at centre half forward, he popped it across and found him.
Yeah, costly turnover, that one from the poor kick from McGregor. Over the top of Satori.
To kick his second. He got 6 against Brisbane in a losing side at the Gabba. And that's a good-looking kick. O'Brien gets his second. And the Saints, a real bonus
per game with the Saints.
The Saints by 6 points as Satori wins the hit out. Taken by Keogh. Well, he's lost it to Armstrong. Hand pass to Johnson. Further fields McCarthy. McCarthy bombs it from about 80 metres. What a long kick. It's a great goal. Oh, McCarthy a ripper. Well, that shows the strength of the win, but it was a great kick as well. Scores a level.
Yes, had a very good year last year, John McCarthy. Here's this very costly fumble here from Rod Keogh, taken by Armstrong. He was legged by Keogh, but there's that kick. Great kick, at least 60 metres out when he kicked it. And terrific effort there from McCarthy with the breeze.
Scores level at Waverley. McCarthy's long goal. Lyon got a spectacular one for Fitzroy earlier. And the free kick going to the Saints, an infringement in the centre square. Allowed to go on. Good mark by Dent. He and Grant are having an interesting duel. Grant on top, but Dent's had 3 kicks. Out wide, gets to Stephen Stretch. Ex-Melbourne best and fairest in 1987 in his second year at the club. Now Wine up towards centre half forward. Malloy got caught underneath. Strooper fell over for the second time today and runs it out of play. You're throwing it to right half forward. You'd want Fitzroy to be 3 in front at quarter time, or maybe 4 with this breeze. So if the Saints can hang close in the next 10 minutes, I'll be pleased with their effort. Vidovic and Satori, a couple of number 9s go together. Armstrong paddles it forward. Winmar to no one in particular. McCarthy caught, I felt. Got it across to Dent. Another touch by Dent. Little squeezer. Tried to get it towards Wine. Is that still in play? Oh, Wakeling's made a dreadful mistake. Wine with a couple of bounces. Could go all the way, Jimmy. 3 bounces. Check side, goal. How about that? What about that line? Snaring it off Wakeman. He must have gone to sleep, Bernie.
Well, it's quite amazing, isn't it, Bruce?
I think he thought it was...
I tell you what, that is a real bonus goal for the Lions.
So Fitzroy now by 6 points as Satori gets it to Armstrong. Armstrong a quick kick to the half-forward line. Oh, McCarthy's got a chance. It sits for him. Yes, it does. He races into an open goal. John McCarthy. Was it touched? I don't think so. Oh! A late decision. Who was he waiting on the field umpire to say... But it was his decision only, not the field umpire.
Exactly, there was really no
Why
reason.
did he wait so long? Wonder why he waited so long.
Test cricket, Macca with an LBW decision. It took forever. Strooper straight down the centre, all trouble here. Anderson has to avoid a tackle, got it ripped away from him. Roos goes forward, then crashes into the back of an opponent. Peckett to Anderson. Oh, I tell you what, there's been some magical things happening on that forward line for Fitzroy.
Really, McCarthy should have drilled that one, Bruce. That one was touched on the
sure,
line.
no doubt about
it. He was only 25 metres out.
And kicking with a breeze.
Well, he kicked one from 70 about a minute earlier, but you're dead right about that. But we've had some drama here at Waverley in the early stages. Fitzroy's 3 goals have been spectacular, haven't they? Line around the body.
I still can't understand either why the goal umpire waited so long. I mean, he was the sole arbiter of that situation.
Well, let's hope he got the right decision. It was a very close one, a big call to make, and he went with the behind. Saints try and get it away. Boyd, run to the ground. Devonport with an opportunity coming out of defence.
He just replaced Keogh.
So Craig Devonport to the centre of the round, diving attempt. It's a loose ball, an important get here. Kicked away by Hawking. Zanotti will have the pace. Oh, good play by Zanotti to get it back to Hawking, who then chips it to McGregor. McGregor off the ground. That's Pekin getting it to Anderson. He's kicked it straight to Mark Zanotti. Zanotti. Oh, that's a good kick by Zanotti. Good vision to find Satori. He should be kicking long here, Peter Satori, with this breeze. They need another couple, Fitzroy. Look at a carry in towards Wheeldon against Shanahan, who former Fitzroy played. Danny Foley, Johnson! Oh, the youngsters kicked the ripper. Yes! Chris Johnson showing a bit of the class of the...
Now being hassled by Peckett. The young fella kicking a very good goal.
3 goals in a hurry for Fitzroy, 4-2 to 2-1. If they get another one, you'd reckon they'd be about up to square. They've got the breeze kicking to the left. Nathan Burke's quick kick away up towards centre half forward. Hawking attacked it, then gets a free kick, a loose tackle because Fitzroy were under pressure, and David Grant should have let Hawking go there. They weren't going to be able to make much of it. So rather Roos out wide. Finds him. He's playing his 255th game today, Roos. Been 4 times the best and fairest. E.J. Whitten medals left, right and centre. Victorian captain, what a career he's had. McCarthy taps it back to Winmar. Winmar's little one out wide to Nathan Burke, and he marks it at half back. Get the feeling at the moment the Saints are relying on 3 or 4 high class players, aren't they? Winmar, Burke, Harvey back today. Grant maybe to a lesser extent, and Frawley with his determination, but the big guns have got a fire for them to be some sort of a hope. Anderson kicks up the centre wing. Stephen Stretch, reasonably prominent, to Dunstan. Dunstan measures the kick to centre half forward. McCarthy versus Strooper. Strooper goes the spoil. Keogh back on the line. High tackle, free kick. Dangerous to get free kicks away into the breeze, Bernie.
Yeah, especially, there it is, Rossi Lyon. That is a very poor tackle there from Keogh.
Lyon goes with a long one, gets to the goal square. Shanahan with the gloves in the front spot. Oh, Roos over the back, not paid, or is it?
Yes.
No, I think it's going to be a ball.
No, he hasn't.
Well, if Gary Ablett was awarded that mark at the MCG a couple of weeks ago, that was definitely a mark to Roos.
1, 2...
Anyway.
And lost it.
Bounce in the goal square. Satori there. They get around the footy. I think the Dr. Wheeldon got it out and then pushed over the line by Shanahan by the look of it for a behind. So Fitzroy go to 4-3 and the Saints are 2-1.
Vidovic off for St Kilda and Thornborough on to do the ruck work.
Now David Strooper finds Shanahan. 2 former Fitzroy players there combining. Jamie Shanahan's been a good get by St Kilda. He's been an honest defender. He's really improved the last couple of seasons. As he brings it to the half-back line, here's Nicky Winmar onto Robert Harvey. Damon Shaw onto that left foot, an ordinary kick. Might come off because Timmy Pekin's got it. Onto the left foot, bring it back to half forward. Roos wait for it. He covers some territory, Roos. Long hand pass to Stretch. He's a long kick, Stretch. And it's a good kick. Look at that. Oh, an easy mark dropped there by McCarthy. Now he's got it. That's nearly holding the ball. Not paid. Keogh gives it to Pecker, but I think it across the line. And I think he could have been pinged for holding the ball in.
Yeah, I agree, Peter, entirely. There he is, the tackle. He just drops the ball out in front of him, and that was definitely worth a free kick to Strooper.
Fitzroy inside the 50. Thornborough doing the ruck work, missed by Burke. Trying to go off the ground was McGregor, off the ground by Boyd. Back to Boyd, left footer. Not going to be a goal. Here's Spawn in the pocket. Handball back towards Lyon. Misses him. Winmar. First bounce wasn't so good, but he was able to recover. Kick to the space. Stretch running after it, but it's going to beat him and be out of play. So the Saints hanging on at 2-1 to 4-3 in this opening term. It's been a lively opening term, very enjoyable, 14-point margin. We've had a great weekend of footy. The thriller out here yesterday, the Swans coming from nowhere at the MCG, and the Friday night extravaganza. Thornborough goes. Roos has been prominent early. With him Shaw, hip and shoulder by Boyd. Anderson's handball was very good to Winmar. Winmar sits and waits and gets to Harvey.
Well, the ball follows champion players, and the ball follows Robert Harvey, as it did Greg Williams yesterday out here. And he chips it wide. That's good play by Harvey. Out in front of O'Brien. Well, that's a high tackle. He breaks the tackle. Now he gives off a hand pass to Grant. Grant, a clever little kick. And there he is again, Robert Harvey.
Yes, he makes a big difference, doesn't he, to this St Kilda side, Robert Harvey?
Now he's playing on here, Bernie, a little chip kick across, and he has found Pekin a little bit closer to goal by about 10 metres.
And this player also, Tim Pekin, makes a difference to the St Kilda side, playing game number 196.
He's been known as a stopper, but he's also a good footballer in his own right. Tim Pekin from 40 metres into the breeze. Look at it, hold up. I think it might have just cleared the line here for a goal. Yes. Just got over the line by about 2 seconds.
3 goals, very important. I think the St Kilda 3 goals in this first quarter could be very telling towards the end of the game.
3-1 to 4-3, 19 to 27 at Waverley Park. Satori and Thornborough go together. Free kick going to Fitzroy, advantage given. Spawn comes out of the centre to fall for the Doctor on the lead and collected by an ex-teammate.
I think he went looking for it, Bruce. It was 50-50, that one.
Oh, fair enough, Bernie.
Yeah, the Doc doesn't mind a bit of the body on body. There's the advantage paid. Spawn with the pass, terrific pass. And I don't think there was much in it.
Nah, the Doc's okay. Can be an outrageous player at times, can't he? He's got a lot of talent, just not always consistent. Kicks from 40 metres out, gives it a hook, misses. Got to kick those with the breeze. They're important, aren't they?
Yeah,
Quite surprisingly, Bruce, Baldwin started on the interchange bench for the Lions. He's just come on the ground. He's replaced Michael Dunstan.
We heard he was in doubt before the game, Baldwin, Bernie, so whether he's carrying one, I don't know.
Stuart Lowe, of course, not taking his place in the St Kilda side, and there is talk that he will have to undergo a groin operation tomorrow. So that's rotten luck to Stewie. Here's McGregor on the left foot, looking for someone to take a mark. Someone took a mark all right, but it was Pickett who read it better than anyone else. Justin Pickett chips it across. Nathan Burke, terrific performer, Nathan Burke. And Tim Pekin takes it over the line. It's been a good quarter by the Saints into the breeze.
Yes, except for that burst, wasn't it, when Fitzroy kicked 3 in about 4 or 5 minutes. The Saints have had the best of it. Satori, Thornborough got the tap, winds high ball, inside 50. Strooper with a bit of courage there, kept his eye on it, and he's going to be rewarded. Strooper goes to Shaw. Shaw from half-back, promising young colt he is. To centre wing, Roos sets himself, has it tapped away, but the mark played to Roos. Just forward to centre wing, about a minute and a half remaining, and Fitzroy would really want another one before quarter time. They've had 8 scoring shots to 4, but they only lead by 9 points. As Hawking goes long towards full forward, Wilden waited back, Shanahan attacked it strongly. Peckett, little handball over to Frawley. Frawley up wide to Harvey. Harvey chips it to centre wing to Winmar. Just a little bit far for Winmar on this occasion. Stretch going for it. With him Devonport. Both overran it. Winmar. Good tackle. Play on call. Probably the right decision. Take by Grant. I think it was under the pack. Was very good. Quick kick away by Devonport. Play on. Bardsley off the ground. Almost worth a proper kick. Guard made a mistake. O'Brien with him. Guard underneath it. Bardsley. Roos gets back. Brushes him aside. Umpire letting it go. Foe. Good handball. O'Brien's a good player. Who'll kick it. It's coming back out of play, was it?
Yes, the boundary umpire's called it out.
Gee, haven't Fitzroy been lucky with boundary umpire decisions? One that looked out of bounds and not paid, and Wine kicks a goal. And that one, which must have been pretty close, called back at the last moment. So the boundary umpire's prominent. Gee, they've been starring the goal umpire and the two boundary umpires in this opening term.
Gee, that's another one I didn't think was out either. 19 to 28. Hooked over Nathan Burke to Bardsley. Oh, good smother. A terrific smother. That was by the new guy in Dink. And eventually a free kick will be paid here to Winmar, to the delight of the Saints supporters. They've got 32 seconds, St Kilda, in which to score a goal into the breeze. Gee, what a handy one it'd be if they could get one here. Now he's chipping it in short. Clears the players. A quick kick is by Jeremy Gard. And the mark has been taken by Keogh. They've still got time, 15 seconds. Out wide is Damon Shaw. He brings it with that left foot. It's a shocker.
Oh, I could have given it to Thornborough there too.
Back to Gard. Gard chips it wide to Ross Lyon. Time about to show the end of the corner as Roos kicks it away. The siren has sounded a pretty good turn by St Kilda. They only trail by 9 points. They're on 3-1-19, trailing Fitzroy 4-4-28.
Start of the second term at Waverley Park. The Saints have done a good job into the breeze. 3-1 to 4-4 in the opening term. Entertaining first quarter. Some great goals kicked to the left of screen in that term by Fitzroy. Maybe not enough though. Wines handball. McGregor taps it forward towards Baldwin, who started on the interchange. Back with McGregor. Gets his kick away. Might have been touched off the boot. Keogh playing loose in defence. No, the mark is paid. Saints running Keogh at the back. Short gets to Harvey at centre half back. Been very good in his first quarter. First match back for 5 weeks. High ball up towards half forward over Bailey. Handball by McGregor, put Boyd under the hammer. Anderson did a fair job on Boyd in the opening term. Baldwin sweeps one out wide. Spawn twists and turns, keeps the footy there and gets rid of it in a hurry. Winmar clever against Lyon. Chance now for Bailey. Back to Harvey. Harvey sweeps the handball to Devonport. He's taken the long sleeve Guernsey off. Devonport inside 50. Grant O'Brien, big fly. Unable to take it. Guard just takes it across, gives it to Dent. I like that, Dent. Goes on towards Satori. Satori back inside. Little Jimmy Wine with a daisy cutter into the centre square. Here's Spawn. Sweeps out a handball. Chance for Fitzroy into the breeze for an early goal. The Malloy's handball good. Armstrong then chips away cleverly. There's a space there for McCarthy. Could go on here. Well, he's a good kick normally. Now he's humming and hawing. He has the Dr. Wilson in the goal square alone.
He thought about it, didn't he?
But he's got to kick the goal now, doesn't he?
Well, they did force him onto a bit of an angle here, though, Bruce, too. Armstrong.
Yeah. Armstrong may have been better having a shot from where he was, but
he was only about 35 out, wasn't he, Pete?
Yeah, just maybe he didn't trust himself into the breeze, but McCarthy's not a lot closer in the end, is he? And he's got the angle. Kicked a fantastic goal in the first quarter and then missed a gimme when the ball was touched on the line. A couple of minutes after that, McCarthy lines them up. It's pretty close. He's just missed it. So a promising attack by Fitzroy where they had the numbers has resulted in a behind. So 1-2 to McCarthy and Fitzroy 4-5 to 3-1. Well, what do you reckon, Bernie? 3 or 4 goals?
You would think so, Bruce. Looking at the flags, certainly a marked advantage to the team left of screen.
So it's at half back for the Saints. Keogh to Winmar. The chip pass comes to Harvey from Pekin. And Robert Harvey in everything at the moment. It's at half forward for St Kilda, racing after Jason Baldwin, who started on interchange, which was surprising. Baldwin back to the half forward line. Harvey underneath it. Oh, they collided with each other there. It was Thornborough and Harvey colliding as Fitzroy go forward. Doc Wheeldon, is it a mark? No. Umpire called play on, and the St Kilda players lock it in about 25-30 metres out from the Fitzroy goal.
Mitchell, Prince, McKernan. Chris Mitchell, Mark Prince, Anson McKernan, the umpires. As the doc, he almost held it. Might have hurt his left wrist there. Thornborough's tap away. Gets to Strooper. Well, Keogh, she caught by Malloy. Back to Strooper. Defensive kick. Winmar with a big fly. And Peakin, they interfere with one another in the end. McGregor. Bailey. Rather Shannon. No, Bailey it was. Quick kick away by Winmar and everything as well. Rather, I should say McGregor. Up towards full forward. Strooper's handball. Keogh tries to draw a player. Takes his time. That's a good kick in the circumstances. He was under a bit of pressure and he hit Shaw on the chest. So Shaw from half back. The Saints have got to attack. I always remember a final out here against Footscray when they had the breeze at their back and went short on this ground and paid the penalty. Shaw's kicked to centre wing.
Well, the mark dropped down there by Jimmy Wine, but he butters up again and gets it. He's looking for Armstrong. A holding decision behind off the ball here against, well, it was against Bailey, and it will go to Jimmy Wine. He can give it out to Roos, who loves making space. Paul Roos plays on. A clever little chip pass to Lyon. Then Roos is going on, trying to create a loose man further down the ground. But Lyon's chipping it across, finds Armstrong, 65 metres from goal. Oh, he's kicked it to Satori. Umpires paid the mark. I don't know whether that was meant for Satori. It was slightly off the side of the boot. It might have been, oh, Satori. Oh, cleverly done, Satori. I mentioned Roos making space. Well, have a look at that. You have to have a man running with him, or he'll do that to you all day.
Yeah, it's a bit of a worry, isn't it? Paul Roos lining up as a loose man in defence and running to both ends of the ground.
So here he is from 25 metres. Oh, it's an ordinary kick. Oh, that's a shocker. But it is pretty breezy. But you've got to kick them from there, Bernie.
He didn't spend much time on that one, Paul Roos.
He hasn't kicked a goal this year, Bernie.
That was pretty disappointing, the finish there. He really just he prodded at that one. Didn't kick through the ball at all.
Short to Devonport in the back pocket to Nathan Burke. He probably hasn't had many shots for goal this year, Paul Roos, but was the leading goal kicker at the club in 1 year. Burke's kick to centre wing, not good. Dent's handball okay to Spawn. The signs for Fitzroy are pretty good early in this second quarter. McCarthy outside 50 to Wine. He'll be inside 50. Chips to the goal square. Shanahan to the front spot. Almost came to ground. Shaw. Defensive kick only as far as Armstrong, getting a lot of touches. Sold Burke a little dummy there. Then a centering kick. Thornborough gets back with Frawley. Now Harvey through his hands. Anderson tackled pretty good. And I think the right decision there.
I think Fitzroy getting right on top here. Can you sense that, Bernie?
Oh, definitely. The opening 5 minutes has been all Fitzroy.
Well, they're getting plenty of the ball. St Kilda players fighting each other for marks. Some people think that's a good sign. I don't. Now, here's Boyd. Around the corner goes Boyd. Wheeldon. Oh, did he mark this? The goal umpire says it's a mark. Now, Wheeldon will probably run out to the right here. And no, he's chipping it across to McGregor. No, he's going to come back.
Yeah, time on it being called, so that's the correct decision. It has to go back to Doc Wheeldon.
Now, he should really run out here and snap this. I think Strooper's waiting there exactly for that. He is. He's still got plenty of room to run out and snap. Now, he should do that. Here he comes. Kicks. And the doctor has kicked the goal. Good goal for the Fitzroy full forward. That's his.
Yes, he was Fitzroy's leading goal kicker. Doc Wheeldon, the boy from Newborough, recruited from the Latrobe Valley. He's been a very handy. I think he had something to the Fitzroy forward line.
Centre square. Fitzroy going great guns in the second term at 5-6 to 3-1 into the breeze. Had 11 scoring shots to 4. Ross Lyon made a bit of a meal of that. Now Shaw to Winmar. The Saints do need a lucky break. They might get it here. Winmar on the run. Chips away, goes short and gets to Fode, who's just inside 50. He's got a good breeze at his back. Kicked 5 goals, Fode, in one match earlier this year against the Bombers. Produced an upset. It was their first win of the year. Only beaten Essendon and Sydney in that amazing comeback at the SCG that day, in a game that had the lot. But the Saints want one here. They've been totally outplayed in the second term so far. Fode's kick right to the goal square. Big fly. Grant in the front. and punch through for a behind. Fitzroy will be pleased with the way things are going at the moment. 5-6 to 3-2. Reminds me so far of the game on Anzac Day when the Saints worked very hard into the breeze in the opening term, were on top of Richmond and couldn't take advantage of it in the second quarter.
This is Simon Hawking to the half-back line. It's a loose ball. Who'll have the pace? McGregor's pretty quick. And he can't quite pick it up. He was grabbed. Oh, good umpiring. Good umpiring by Mark Prince, who was right on the scene, and he was just grabbed momentarily, but he saw it. It was
Free
good.
kick was there, Pete.
So McGregor to half forward. Strooper back with the flight, gets a poor bounce, knocked on by McCarthy. That was a good knock on too. A hand pass though from Anderson to Damon Shaw. They badly need a couple of quick goals. Winmar, good use of the body, good decision to call play on. Ruse receives from McGregor. Certainly no free kick there. Well played by Matthew Armstrong. On the Malloy, look at Ruse. He's everywhere as he brings it in towards half forward. Doc Wheeldon flies. No, it wasn't. It was Johnson. Here's Wheeldon. Further afield is Jimmy Wine. He races in the goal. Steps it low. I think there's another one to Fitzroy. Yes. Jimmy Wine has kicked his second. Oh, they're playing too well. 6-6 to 3.
2 goals to him.
It's a big break now to Fitzroy. 6-6 to 3-2. 42 to 20. 12 scoring shots to 5. Ruse having a terrific input for Fitzroy. Armstrong getting a heap of touches. Handball. McGregor's been okay as well. As McKenna said a moment ago, Pete, he's got some pace and again gets a free kick working in front. It was there. Saint fans don't like it, but he got a whack around the head. Look at that. Goes short. Wheeldon on a lead off. Good mark.
Yeah, strong mark, wasn't it, Bruce? Strong mark by the doctor.
That is a good mark, Bernie. They're difficult, aren't they?
That full stretch, he was well committed on the lead. He didn't hesitate.
Kicking from about 40. The angle about 45 degrees, 50 degrees. He's already kicked one clever goal from the pocket in this term. Not a bad looking kick though. The breeze does get hold of it. You can see just how effective it is. I think Danny Frawley probably could have marked it in the end.
Could he?
But I think he was content to let it go through for a minor score. So the Doc has got 1 goal, 2 Doc Wheeldon, and Fitzroy dominating 6-7 to 3-2. And we're about halfway through this second quarter.
So Strooper brings it in. McGregor is there with Stretch. Pekin. Winmar, he's trying hard. Now he's got plenty of options here. They should do something about this. Here's Bailey. On to Harvey. Oh, but again they're under pressure up forward. Anderson. Devonport. Umpire calls play on as Russell. Look at this to Malloy. Fitzroy off and running. Malloy's got all the time in the world. He can chip this to McCarthy. McCarthy back with the flight. He's got backup support from McGregor. He fumbles. McGregor. Clock gets in a hand pass. Here's Wine. Playing for the free kick. Oh, they mucked that up, Fitzroy. This could be holding the ball.
Mucked it up badly, Peter. That pass there from Malloy should have hit McCarthy.
Yep, there was a certain goal a couple of times there, and they messed it up. And luck's a fortune for the Saints.
Vidovic back on for the Saints. Thornborough off.
Strooper to Nathan Burke. Free kick is down the ground against Malloy. So a couple of mistakes by young Malloy. Poor kick, and then giving that one away. Here's Harvey. And when we mention Burke, Harvey, Winmar getting kicks, there's always some sort of a hope. That one not a good one by Harvey. Satori in the front spot.
They're being thrashed up forward. The Fitzroy defence are killing him up there, Bruce.
Satori goes short. Line. Twists and turns. Gee, there's loose players everywhere. Look at Wine. He's got as much space as Malloy had a moment ago. Now Ruse will get a handball in a moment. Over the top. Shaw with him. Now to Ruse. Oh, running away from him, the same players. Ruse with the bounce, then runs his full measure, then measures a kick to the Doc Wheeldon and nearly takes a specky. Shanahan over the top, trying to break through was McCarthy, Peckett there, and also Johnson, and out of play.
If Fitzroy had any finish about them at all whatsoever, they would have been 10 goals in front at this stage, because on the bulk of the play they've just been dominating in this quarter, and they cannot finish.
And also when Ruse broke clear, you could hear him. He was signalling to the forwards, why don't you lead and give me a target?
Satori goes with Vidovic. Tapped away by Keogh. Ruse, they put a couple of tackles on him and hurled up. But Fitzroy won't mind this. They can hold it up all they like, the Saints, because Fitzroy lead 6-7 to 3-2. They're 23 points in front. into the breeze, remembering they led by just 9 points at quarter time.
Well, it's 40 metres out from the Fitzroy goal, and I thought St Kilda had a pretty good first term. There's McCarthy, loses it to Stroop. Oh, Fitzroy working very hard. Wind, still ending up with the ball. Here's Boyd. Armstrong is there. Malloy. Oh, taken away by Matt Armstrong. That's good play to Boyd. Little chip pass. And this is McCarthy. Now McCarthy onto the right foot. He's looking for an option. Pekin dispossessed. Here's Harvey. Oh, he even had a touch of the fumbles. Johnson with class. Smothered the hand pass. Kicked in midair by Anderson to the wide open spaces. Satori back with the flight. Gets a lucky bounce. And Peter Satori, a shocking kick. Straight to Pekin. Oh, boy. A skill error there. Not good. Zanotti put pressure on. Good play. How will the umpire see that? Play on as Winmar tackle. Thornbauer in after it. That's holding the man. Free kick to Peter Satori.
He's been all right today, Satori, hasn't he? He's done a good job.
Well, he's been preferred as the first ruckman in this side. James Manson starting on the interchange bench and still there.
Stretch got the handball, loves to run away. He's had a couple of bounces. Turns Thornborough around, then Pekin puts some pressure on. A high ball by Stretch, not a good kick. And Vidovic getting back. Frawley was the one to go against him. Harvey gets the bounce now. Frawley, Harvey just stops and props. Goes very short. Gee, there's some loose footy. I mean, that did sit up for Fode right, I guess. Fode bangs it straight to Satori. Well, the Saints are in a bit of a mess here. There's nothing happening for them. Zanotti out wide. Hawking has to run here. Fode with him. Gets a lovely bounce. Hawking on centre wing. Goes for a bounce. Brings it to half forward. McCarthy in the back. And Strooper, who's done reasonably well. Probably get, well, I was going to say get 50, but he didn't. And it's 6-7 to 3-2. And Strooper now goes short and looks for Devonport.
Yes, Craig Devonport at half-back. Strooper's got the Steve Silvani haircut with a slick back. As we see it punch back towards Nathan Burke. What can he do? Oh, he's dispossessed by Boyd. Oh, well played by Ross Lyon. He's attacked from all angles. Baldwin to McGregor. McGregor gets his hand pass in. Here's Armstrong racing in after it. Boyd is in the pack. But the umpire is electing to come in and bounce it again.
16 minutes gone in this second quarter, and St Kilda have only added the one behind to their quarter-time score. So that's a pretty poor effort this quarter by the Saints.
6-7 to 3-2, and they'd have to turn this round dramatically at the moment, the way the game's going. Fitzroy well on top. Here's Vidovic giving it to Danny Frawley. Frawley slightly off the side of the boot. He was looking out there for Harvey. Harvey, there's some shepherding going on behind the play. Advantage could have been played there. I suppose the umpire wasn't sure whether Harvey was going to pick it up or not, but it was a free kick to Bardsley. Christian Bardsley, used to be Christian Anning. He changed his name. Now, here's a hand pass. Vidovic receiving from Devonport. Vidovic, a high floating kick. That won't help the forwards much. It clears the pack. Oh, Roos is down there getting kicks. Oh, on the guard. Further field, this player's been fairly impressive, Matthew Dent.
Looks all right, Peter, doesn't he? 3 bounces at half-back. Then bangs away with a high ball. Johnson at the back did a good job to put the pressure on Strooper. Then Peckett to Nathan Burke. Avoids a couple of tackles. Goes with a high ball to centre half forward. Vidovic in the front spot. Well done by Hawking. Now Bardsley avoids a tackle. Quick kick away. Up towards 4-4. This is the furthest they've got it down there. O'Brien for his 3rd goal. He's got it. Good goal. Well, he's been the shining light. Bernie's kicked 3. He's got 19 for the season, and he's been the one hope for the Saints.
They've really been very poor this afternoon, St Kilda. Craig O'Brien for 1994.
Well, they needed a goal badly. So they need a couple of more quick ones. There's Satori getting it to Armstrong. Gee, is he playing well? Looking for Wheeldon. Good mark, Shanahan. He showed a bit of pace too. Wearing the gloves. Now he's kicking it wide. That's a good kick because Anderson is out there on his own. They've created the loose man. And he finds Bardsley. Christian Bardsley at half back. Brings it towards the half forward line. They need someone to take a mark. Thornborough is there. So strong tackle. Umpire calls play on. It's not further field. It's Anderson. Oh, they mucked that one up. Here's Hawking. He'll go to the line. And you see a lot of that in modern day football. The players just pushing it towards the line, and they very rarely get pinged for deliberate. I'm not saying that was, but
Didn't do it in your day, Macca.
you used to get pinged for it in my day.
It's a long time ago, Macca, your day, wasn't it? At least you had one. Half forward. I can't talk. I'm in trouble here. A couple of legends alongside of me. Winmar. Good play by Winmar to Fode. Fode at 45 minutes. They should kick a goal, Gordon. He goes for it, and I reckon he has. Oh, Booney, I reckon the Saints might be back in it suddenly. They only needed a couple.
It's still early to say they'd be out of this game, St Kilda.
So 11 points the margin, a different complexion on the game now. And Fitzroy are really running away with it. There's Boyd, a quick kick, but marked by Peckett. That's what they need, the Saints. Peckett a long kick, Zanotti with the pace. Oh, geez, quick mark Zanotti. He got out there very, very quick. Oh, play on the umpire's calling because they said he'd gone past the mark, onto Hawking. Centre wing, thumped away by Vidovic. There's Satori trying to use his body. Devonport was caught high. And a free kick to Craig Devonport, centre wing.
Yes, against Satori, too high on Devonport. Undisciplined, really, that free kick. No need for it.
Boyd now running with Harvey, and Armstrong and Anderson going together. Devonport's kick to centre half forward. Roos at the back punches it away. Down to Shaw, to Burke. Got caught, but still after the little terrier. Back to Shaw. Shaw's ineffective kick really to centre half forward. O'Brien did a very good job. Zanotti, well, they won't run him down. It's whether he can pick the ball up cleanly. Well, he panicked a bit, Zanotti, there. He had a little bit more time, I think, than he thought. And that one, he did go towards the boundary line. And out of play. Great character, Zanotti. He's been very durable since coming into the competition in 1987. He's an interesting type of bloke, isn't he? In the pocket. Thornborough, peeking, well played, couldn't quite get the handball away. And now Fitzroy's turn is to bottle it up, and you just wonder, Bernie, because they should have been, what, 6 or 7 in front instead of 3 or 4 in front, having all that play, and now suddenly find themselves under pressure.
Yeah, they had some golden opportunities, didn't they, Bruce? A couple of passes into that forward line. At one stage there, it was about 5 or 6 kicks, and none of them hit the target.
Well, here's Thornborough doing the ruck work on the forward line, and the umpire will have no hesitation in bouncing. Again, it's Thornborough. Now, he's rucking against Hawking. Thornborough taps it with a backhanded flick. This player looking very, very good for Fitzroy Dent. Here's Keogh. Oh, shrugged the tackle. Good play by Keogh. Anderson gets it to Pekin. Pekin up towards the pocket. Good mark. Oh, that is a very good mark by Strooper.
A strong mark there. The former Fitzroy and Sydney Swans player, David Strooper, who started off in defence, coming at him from all angles there. Dent, Hawking, eyes only for the ball. A good effort there by David Strooper.
He showed a lot of courage there. He didn't take his eyes off it at all, as you said, Bernie, and there were 2 Fitzroy players coming straight at him, and they need this goal. David Strooper, slight angle. Oh, he's hooked it badly. A bad miss. And one behind only, but they're back in the game. That's the main thing as far as the Saints supporters are concerned. They only trail by 10 points.
Malloy off for Fitzroy and Morton on.
So change there by Robert Shaw. Hawking goes out, Roos the target. Shaw now running with him and doing all right. He's been able to hold him up. Winmar. Might have been a touch lucky, the champ, but Nicky goes short. Looks for Bardsley. Zanotti there with Fode. Bardsley again. He's had a few touches today, Bardsley. Strooper clever play to Harvey. Kick a goal on it. He does. He's a champ. And the Saints are within 4 points.
What's the margin?
So back in the centre, 4 points as Bernie said, and punched away by Vidovic. Fitzroy, well, they've lost the initiative here. Damon Shaw swings onto the left foot, kicks for goal. Will it beat the Fitzroy player? It does, Jeremy Gard, but the wrong side of the goalpost and one behind.
Yeah, so we're getting much around half forward, so Malloy off for the Lions.
Hawking wide, not touched though. Spawn not able to get there. What a turnaround in this game. It's a funny old game footy. We've seen some dramatic turnarounds this year. Devonport outside 50, long bomb, good kick to the goal square. Oh, Zanotti read it beautifully. The handball good to stretch, couple of speedsters there. Back to Zanotti. Zanotti goes out wide, goes for the boundary line and he finds it. Good defensive play. Nicky Winmar, I missed that, Bernie. I hope he's okay. Let's see, had Winmar 10 and 3. Let's have a look here.
Just stretching the groin, I think, Bruce.
Yeah.
As he fell, I think he may have hurt himself. So that'll be a tragedy if they lost him for the Saints.
Well, groin is a dirty word at St Kilda, isn't it? With Harvey and Lowe, two of their absolute champions.
Yes, and apparently Stewie Lowe having the operation on Monday, so that'll put him out for just about the season.
Stretch to Wine. How can Fitzroy get one against the flow just before half-time? Burke, who's been placed on Armstrong after Armstrong created a fair bit of havoc early in this quarter. There's Winmar up and jogging at least.
He doesn't look good though, Bruce.
No, grimace here and there. He's going to have a break in a moment, isn't he, Bernie? Have 15 minutes to sort himself out, get the rub and some ice or whatever they'll do to him, and hopefully he'll be able to come back and continue to contribute. Here's Peckett, little handball, Burke unable to. Peckett's handball going out of play. So a terrific comeback here by the Saints. It's been a very entertaining match. 6-7 to 6-4. There's always been something to talk about, hasn't there?
Oh, it's amazing, Bruce. I really thought 10 minutes into this term, Fitzroy were well on top. And this man, he's the one keeping him in it. Harvey, he has been fantastic again. Gets it to Bardsley, on to Anderson. Nathan Burke, if he kicks a goal here, they're in front, but he brings it back in front. A chance for Thornborough. He can't mark. Oh, he's racing in the goal off the ground. Oh, you wouldn't believe it. Saints are in front. Well, what a turn.
Minutes or so. There's Mark Zanotti playing on Gordon Foad. And Foad's kicked 2 goals in that 15-minute period of play in this second quarter.
Saints have kicked the last 4 goals in this first half to bring themselves back in front. We saw North Melbourne come from 6 goals behind in the second quarter Friday night. Sydney come from nowhere on Saturday. The Saints themselves from 8 goals behind earlier in the year. Free kick to stretch. But I think time might beat Fitzroy now, or St Kilda. I think that'll be the half-time score. Wide to Baldwin. Baldwin wide. They need a mark here. Satori and McCarthy. Punched away, and there's the siren. And the Saints have come off at half-time feeling like they've got the initiative, because if they've come from a well back, and at half-time they lead by 3 points. It's 7-4 St Kilda. Fitzroy 6-7. Second half about to commence at Waverley Park with the Saints 3 points in front. They trailed badly in the second term. James Manson's come onto the ground for the first time in this match. Gets the thump away for Fitzroy. Harvey was terrific in the opening half in his comeback game to Winmar. Harvey, Winmar and Burke were the big possession getters for St Kilda. No surprise about that. Good mark to Lyon against the flow.
Courageous, wasn't it, Bruce? Rossi Lyon, you can't doubt his courage.
Malloy, who had a very poor first half, now playing in defence. He was taken off the ground in the second term. Stretch brings it wide. Good kick to Johnson. He kicked a clever goal in the opening quarter. Johnson centering kick. Fitzroy with the breeze. The doctor in the front. Spock Doc wheeled him. Winmar getting back. Looks like he'll play in defence in this quarter. McGregor fell over. Now Winmar. Handball was a bit loose by Winmar. Guard went to ground. Caught by Pekin, and umpire Johnson saying it was held onto him, and it'll be a ball up about 55 metres away from Fitzroy's goal.
It's Manson doing the ruck work now for Fitzroy. After Satori did it all in the first half, Satori down the forward pocket.
Chris Mitchell will bounce it, and Guard just gets the tap. Satori gets the kick to a vacant space. Wilden attacking it. Handball away there by Fitzroy, and that was by Morton, and again held up, and again a ball up.
And I reckon that Robert Shaw, the coach of Fitzroy, has really given them a burst at half-time. The way Fitzroy have come out, attacking that football very, very hard. Satori versus Frawley here in this ruck contest. A bit of a height advantage to Satori, but eventually Shanahan flicks with that left glove over the line. So it's about 35 metres around from the Fitzroy goal. They badly need a couple of quick ones to start this third term. They're kicking with the aid of the breeze. Frawley taps it out to Keogh. Keogh, highly skilled player, onto the left foot, brings it around the boundary line. Here's a big laser Vidovic, tapping it back towards the line. You see number 43 on screen. That's Danny Morton, who's on the ground.
Ex-North Adelaide. Played 3 games last year and the game this year. Tapped by Vidovic, but Fitzroy back into attack, full forward. Wheeled and almost, Shanahan with him. Winmar keeps it in, takes the chance. Oh, gee, Cockney Winmar in trouble. Oh, he's a good player. He must have felt that player so close to him, but the Harvey handball has missed the body. Roos overran it, then McCarthy. Shaw, who did a very good job on Roos in the last 10 minutes in the opening half. And out of play. Oh, Winmar, didn't he take a chance there?
It was a big risk, wasn't it? A cross goal.
You wouldn't do that if Shea Cockatoo Collins was chasing you.
Can't he move?
They run you down, those guys. Now, here's Vidovic versus Manson. Former Collingwood ruckman, Manson. Grabbed by Jeremy Gard, a quick kick down towards the direction of Chris Johnson. Oh, great play by the youngster. Look at this, Johnson. Oh, boy. He's hit the post, but that was brilliant football.
It sat for him nicely, didn't it? The young fella, only 17 years of age. He turns 18 at the end of this month. Recruited, of course, from the VSFL, the under-18 competition, and could be a player.
So Craig Devonport chips it in and finds Bardsley. So Christian Bardsley holding it up. Now he brings it to the outer side of the ground where Roos sets himself. Good talking by Manson. Now allow Roos to take that mark. Now Roos creating the loose man onto Stretch. Stretch chips it across to Wine. Jimmy Wine. Still a long way out from goal, about 75 metres out. Now he's looking for a high kick. A chance for a mark down here. Oh, it's not taken by McCarthy, but he's got it. Good play by McCarthy. Bardsley's there. Kicked away. Johnson in mid-air kicks. Oh, great attempt. He's a clever player, this young fella.
1 goal, 2 to Johnson. Started on the interchange bench.
Quite the difference now. St Kilda leading Devonport. Started on the interchange. Vidovic and Frawley the target. The captain takes the mark. Brings it inside. Harvey running for him. Harvey chips away towards Burke. Back to Winmar. Harvey, Burke, Winmar. They were terrific in that first half. Now Pekin at centre wing. To centre half forward. Strupler, who's been pretty good today. Inside 50. And missing for behind.
And O'Brien had come back to the top of the square. If he could have hooked it back, he was on his own, Bruce.
2 points now to Strupper.
Took a terrific mark, didn't he, late in the second quarter, under pressure. Guard gets it from Hawking. Bangs it towards Roos. Shaw doing well on him. Satori there as well. Then Fode is a long way from the goal square. Back with Satori. This is in the position he can exploit. Lovely handball to Wine. Wine's kicked to centre half forward. Getting underneath it was Johnson. Peckett with him. Nice bounce for Peckett. Stops, props, gets away from Johnson. Has a bounce. He's got some space, Peckett. Kicks up to centre wing. Looking for Nathan Burke. He's got a couple to beat. Gets it to Pekin. Pekin over the top. Burke running hard at it. Strupper couldn't quite do it. Malloy did it beautifully. Then misses Armstrong completely. Anderson dropped it. Got a quick kick away. Manson will try and barge through. Held up by Pekin was a good effort. Vidovic and Boyd. Boyd's had a quiet one today. Very few touches for him. The informed player this year with Fitzroy. A high ball. Roos and Shaw. Shaw hanging on to Roos that time. Roos clever. It was a tunnel ball on the end. Important ball to be won. Winmar uses it cleverly. Gives Bardsley a run at it.
Yeah, good play by Winmar. Bardsley. And that was Devonport eventually getting it back to Winmar. Plenty of time, Winmar, to give it back to Devonport. Oh, he might be caught here. Gets in the hand pass, though. Further afield it comes. Damon Shaw races into goal on the left foot. And he has missed it to the right. That original hand pass. I think it was Fode who gave that out. It was.
Winmar starting to become a very important player in this match. 12 kicks and 7 hand passes to Nicky Winmar.
Boyd gets it from Hawking. In the back pocket. Neat looking kick. Shaw's done very well on Roos. He's been able to stop him taking those marks 3 times in this term. Fode's handball was intercepted by Morton. Goes to Manson. Manson gets some distance there to centre half forward. McCarthy just gave Grant a little shove. Grant now playing in defence. Peckett, neat. Gets it to Harvey at centre half back. Runs laterally. Goes back to Peckett. It's great to watch Harvey, isn't he? Peckett to Pekin. Pekin to Frawley. Frawley up towards half forward. Strupper. Gee, courage again by Strupper. Off the ground by Manson. This game very tight and pretty tense at the moment. Frawley running towards it, but it's out of play. Giving it a shove across Johnson as well. Hawking after that collision. It was a good old-fashioned bone cruncher, wasn't it?
It was a real solid clash, and Foad being taken from the ground to be replaced by Bailey.
Vidovic and Manson. Manson with strength in the left hand. Here's Vidovic. He can't hook it out, and the umpire will bounce it again. But 10 minutes into the second term, Fitzroy were getting well on top of the Saints, but the Saints, to their credit, have fought back and in fact had the lead at half-time.
A couple of players a little bit sore from that clash earlier, from that marking contest, Hawking and also Thornborough.
Vidovic again versus Manson. Manson won it. Boyd flicks it, but straight to Damon Shaw. He's playing well. Onto the left foot. An ordinary kick. Oh, it might come. Well, O'Brien at the back. Oh, Craig O'Brien. He's kicked his fourth. The opportunist, forward pocket player, recruited from the Bombers, did well for his fourth goal. Good.
Terrific driving, wasn't it, Peter? And good sense to get it onto his boot very quickly here, as we see O'Brien. There's the player sliding for the mark, Hawking. He didn't have much time there, Craig O'Brien. Onto the boot very quickly. He's a natural left footer, but on the left boot there, did very well. Terrific goal and a great performance with these 4 goals this afternoon here at Waverley.
From 5 kicks, Bernie.
Big goal to the Saints. O'Brien with 4, 8-6 to 6-9. Next goal pretty important now. You'd think that Fitzroy are going to have to get it with the breeze. The Saints have had a terrific run here. They've kicked the last 5 goals in this match, 4 before half-time, late in the quarter with the breeze, and now 1 into it. Guard picking himself up. Next premiership player at Claremont. Vidovic with a big tap. Strooper went forward. Pekin was held up by Malloy. Now McGregor. Fitzroy go forward. Wide ball towards Roos. I think Shaw's done superbly on Roos in the last quarter. McCarthy, clever, good take. Sweeps a handball out to Wine. That was terrific play. Jimmy should kick a goal. 35 metres out. Goes and hits the post. So for the second time in this quarter, Fitzroy had hit the post. So Jim Wine now with a couple of goals and a point. Jim McCarthy's play was good there. Good take. Swept out the handball and gave Wine what was an open goal.
It's bad miss there by Jimmy Wine. He's kicked 2 for the afternoon. Now has a job on Robert Harvey playing in the centre. But that was a really a golden opportunity wasted.
Craig Devonport to the half-back line. Oh, that's a free kick to Grant, not paid. Oh, boy. McGregor off the ground. Winmar and Wine. Oh, good play by Bardsley. That is determined play and a good weave. And that was terrific football. Out towards the boundary line and flipped back in the play. No, it wasn't. It crossed the line, but determination by Bardsley.
Someone's disappeared down the race there. After Zanotti helped him along the way. There he comes now.
Yes, that's
Doug Bailey.
So it's at half forward for Fitzroy. A long, long way out at half forward. Manson versus Vidovic. Vidovic won at Bardsley with determination again. Zanotti read that beautifully. Very quick player, Zanotti. Good hand pass to Boyd. A big chance here for Fitzroy to get something going. Oh, poor play by Stretch, but he eventually got away with it. To Wine, he'll be brought down, but he gets his boot to it to the half-forward line. Johnson dive. Couldn't take it. A free kick in the meantime for pushing the back. And it will go the way of the Saints to Craig Devonport.
Playing up the back. Saints on top. Devonport's wobbly old one to centre wing. Malloy. Bailey missed it. Pekin pushes it forward. Opportunity for Malloy. And smothered there by both McGregor and Keogh. Give it mainly to Keogh for a throw-in. Almost halfway through the third quarter. And Fitzroy without a goal with the breeze. It's very similar to what happened to St Kilda in the second quarter. And Fitzroy took a long time in the opening term to make any use of it. Morton had an airy. And again, it's going to be a bounce down. So I guess the other thing you could think about, Bernie, is maybe even though there's a breeze going to the left there, you can kick goals into it and
Yeah, that has been shown, Bruce, but worrying now for Fitzroy. Their last goal coming at the 9-minute mark of the second quarter, so very poor effort since then.
So more than half an hour footy without a goal. McGregor's high ball back to centre half forward. Roos caught out of position. Shanahan, now here's Roos to kick a captain's goal. Took too long. Shanahan ran him down and rips it away from him. Shaw, so pretty big mistake there by Roos. Winmar out wide, Stretch with him. Winmar just paddling it in front. Now plays it against Stretch. Good battle between the two. Well played by Stretch.
Oh, was that deliberate?
Well, there's no doubt it was deliberate, but a very critical, Bruce, at the other end of the ground.
Have a look at this, Bernie. Is that deliberate
Well,
or
it
not?
is, but...
Well, why isn't it paid? They just let him get away with murder with those deliberate out of bounds. There's Boyd towards the half-forward line and the mark taken by
Just
Grant.
getting back to the Paul Roos incident there, it was just critical that first 2 or 3 metres, the players have to be stretching themselves flat out. They cannot afford to just dawdle off.
Well, here's Keogh. Yes, I think thought he was clear.
You cannot afford to think that.
Devonport. Strooper. Further afield. Oh, there's Harvey. He's got the sleeveless Guernsey now. He's been fantastic. And look at that kick. Craig O'Brien's kicked 4 goals. He mightn't make the distance from here, but he'll bring it up to the square where Thornborough at the back. Oh, he can't mark it. Bailey a chance. Off the side of the boot. Across the face. And eventually it rolls over the line deep in that forward pocket for the Saints.
Thornborough did everything right, didn't he? He jumped early, he outpositioned his opponent. And just couldn't hold the mark. It seemed a fairly simple one in the end.
8-6 to 6-10, the Saints in front. Thornborough got the tap. Burke couldn't quite do it. Wine well played to Hawking at fullback. Hawking with a long ball. Terrific kick to Stretch. Well played by the Fitzroy defender there. Stretch, who's had 8 kicks and 5 handballs, gets to Zanotti. Zanotti providing some run. Then goes long up to half forward. Roos in the front spot. Almost gets a quicker kick this time. Well played to Wielden. Didn't quite get him though, Roos. Had to hit him on the chest in the end. Satori, Shanahan. Run down, Shaw. Oops. And keeps it in with a real defender's kick. And good luck to Shaw. 15 kicks today. Got the job on Roos halfway through the second quarter when Roos was creating havoc. And has had a big turnaround in that position.
Stretches off for Fitzroy and Jason Baldwin back on. So, Bruce, I think we're right there. He's not 100%. There's no doubt about that.
So it's out to half forward for the Roys. The Secula defence, which is pretty strong. They're doing well down there. That's Morton. Now McGregor, who's very, very quick. Roos trying to use his body. Damon Shaw harassing him. Bardsley's in there. And we're at the 50-metre line, and it will be a bounce. Not out of it, Fitzroy. They're only 8 points behind. And the way the game's going, they're playing better, these sides, up into the breeze. Now there's Vidovic with the left hand. Back to a Baldwin. He was grabbed, Baldwin.
No doubt.
Yes, not good play by David Grant because the ball was loose. It was definitely there. Jason Baldwin kicking on the left foot. Yes, he's injured. Into Wielden. Playing for the free kick. Oh!
got the free.
I don't know. I thought Academy Award.
Well, let's have a look at it again. Pete, here it is, out in front. There he goes, attempting to take the mark. And I think Doctor did an Academy Award performance there.
Very lucky. Might have got a slight touch on the shoulder, but not much in that.
Very little.
So Darren Wielden, gee, they need this. It's a difficult kick. He's out on the boundary line and will kick from about 43 metres. He's running out to the right slightly, opening up the goals. There's the kick. Oh, not a good kick. Very, very wide and out on the full because it hit the behind post.
1-2 the Dock and 1 out of bounds on the full. Frawley, little short one, gets to Anderson. It's been quiet in this half. Not bad in the first half, Anderson. Did a bit of a stopping job early on Brad Boyd, and he was pretty effective. Out towards centre wing and punched away. So low scoring quarter. Goals very hard to get. Satori off, Spawn coming on. And the Fitzroy team needing a couple of very quick goals to give them some momentum going into the last term. Saw a thriller here yesterday. Tight finish. We might get another one today. Handball by Guard. Wine sits and waits. Bardsley tackles him strongly. And a throw in right on 50. Bardsley looking a bit proppy there as he comes away. He's been all right today, Bardsley, with 10 and 3. Just a bit of a corky, I'd say, at the moment. There's a throw in at the 50-metre line for Fitzroy.
So Vidovic and Manson again. Malloy comes over the back. Oh, a heap of players in there. Guard is there. And Bardsley and St Kilda will be happy to lock that in. That packed situation.
And it's been critical that Fitzroy scored in this early part of the third quarter. If they were to have any chance, the way the breeze is here, although it's a very blustery breeze and it's not easy to score.
Well, back it comes towards the boundary line. Harvey helps it on his way, but Bernie, Fitzroy really lack a forward, don't they? Hott would make a big difference if he was there.
Yeah, I don't
think
it's easy for any forward in these conditions, Peter. You remember what it was like playing on these windy, blustery days out here at Waverley. It makes it very difficult to take the overhead marks.
Yeah, but I saw them last week against North Melbourne.
Well, you never took an overhead mark in your life.
Well, let's forget about me. But last week against North Melbourne, they lacked forwards as well, Bernie. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it.
No. Here's Donati. Racing away and bring it in towards half forward. Is that a mark? No. Umpire calls play on as McGregor around the corner in towards full forward. Oh, Wilden flew. No mark, and he's hurt himself as he came to ground. Gary Ablett. Damon Shaw gets it to Harvey. Wilden's still down. I think he's winded, but he'll be okay. Nathan Burke went without it. Here's Ruse. On to Armstrong. Armstrong should bring it in low. They've gone wide again. I don't know.
He's a player that's gone out of the game, Matthew Armstrong. No doubt it was the wrong option going there. There was a spectacular leap there from Wilden. He may have just wounded himself, but he's okay. But Matthew Armstrong definitely should have centred the ball rather than going into that pocket.
Fitzroy deep in attack, needing a goal, trailing 6-10 to 8-6. Manson gets to the front spot against Vidovic. Wine read it pretty well, unable to get through. Harvey hurled up. And it'll be a ball up. Harvey 15 kicks, 6 handballs in his comeback game.
Of course, he started off on Matthew Armstrong, and Armstrong's stats, well, he's very good early, but he's certainly gone out of the game since about halfway through the second quarter.
Harvey, the best and fairest of the club a couple of years ago. One of the Brownlow favourites that year. Vidovic's quick kick. Back to centre wing. Ruse, Shaw, Burke and Armstrong. Well played by Armstrong that time. Devonport snared it straight to Zanotti. Zanotti's off. Good kick by Zanotti. He had a whole heap to choose from. Oh, Jimmy Wine, he's got it paid. Keogh saying it hit the ground.
I think it did.
Well, look at Jimmy Wine. I think Jimmy thinks it did too.
Yeah, well, let's just have a look at it again. There's 3 Fitzroy players. A lack of talk there. And that is not a mark.
Hit the ground.
That is not a mark because Jimmy was off. You could see he was just about to go.
You think the face gave him away, Bruce?
Done all right today. In fact, he's done pretty well. He's had 20 touches. Missed one in this quarter, and this is a vital kick. Good off the boot. I think he's got it. No, he has not got it. It's a behind. So a miss there to Wine. So he's missed 2 in this term. And 6-11 to 8-6. So Fitzroy, since the 9-minute mark of the second quarter, hasn't kicked a goal. It's a long drought now as Pickett gets the mark from the kick in.
Yeah, Justin Pickett. Now Baldwin sets himself. Free kick against Baldwin.
Interference. He's definitely not right, Jason Baldwin. Kicking on the left boot earlier. Started the game on the interchange bench.
Well, there was talk before the game. He may not line up. McCarthy arrives late. Harvey kicks it down to Vidovic. Whoa! Fall. What'd you call that in wrestling? As what's the umpire going to do? He's making. He can give it over to Frawley here.
I think he called time on there, Pete.
So Frawley brings it to the half-forward line. Ruse and Manson. Manson spoiled Ruse. Nathan Burke's got it. Good play by the little fella. Down towards the pocket. Hawking caught from behind. The Saints tackling hard. And Hawking will take this over the line. And it'll be a throw-in about 40 metres around from the St Kilda goal.
They're leading 8-6 to 6-11. 7-point margin. Goal into the breeze here would be worth a lot to St Kilda. They're looking for only their 3rd win of the year. Fitzroy, after a promising start, starting to flounder a bit. So vital game. Shaw to Strooper. And that one ricocheting away and going about 5 or 6 metres closer to goal for another throw-in. Burke, 18 touches. Good defensive play as well. It's some very good players, the Saints, in this term. Over the back, Thornborough. Baldwin in there along with Manson and also Gordon Fode, who kicked a couple of first half goals. And Wakeland getting ready to come on. He went off at quarter time after making a bad mistake in the opening term when he stopped, thinking the ball was out, and Wine snared it and took 2 or 3 bounces and kicked a banana goal. Vidovic gets to Dent. Dent to Baldwin. Quick kick into the centre.
Well, they have to have something happen here. Morton just hesitated a little bit. Harvey was linked. And
He's been terrific, hasn't he, Harvey?
he is one of the best players in the competition. There is no doubt about that. You can see him being legged. Robert Harvey, a touch of class. Damon Shaw bombs it in towards half forward. Winmar. No.
Yes.
I thought the Fitzroy player got a touch on that.
Oh, that's worth a mark. Terrific effort, Winmar. You don't agree, Peter? All right, let's
If the
have a
Fitzroy
look.
player gets
Let's have a look. Where's he touched it? Where? Oh, that is a mark. Come on.
Not a mark.
Gee, you're a hard marker.
Now, into the pocket, and this is Struper. Yes, on second thoughts,
Thank you.
I thought Hawking might have got a touch there, but it's Struper. From a 45, well, a little bit more acute than that, but he's kicking from 40 metres. Oh, not a bad looking kick, a little bit across the front. And one behind only.
He's kicked 3 behinds now, David Struper. He started the game in defence. He's been good since moved to that forward line.
Wine gets it short from Hawking. 8-7 to 6-11. Deep in the back pocket. Gets to McGregor at 50. But they're not gaining a lot with the breeze behind them. Back to Wine. Centre wing. Roos gets set. Unable to get it. Grant on the bottom of it. And again a bounce down. So a match of fluctuating fortunes. St Kilda the best of the first quarter. Fitzroy seemingly going on to victory halfway through the second quarter. And now you'd say the odds are certainly with St Kilda.
Well, I think it's been a very ordinary standard this quarter of football, Bruce.
Been pretty scrappy, hasn't it? Anderson's kick around his body. Wakeland in the front spot. Well played, Zanotti. Gives Ross Lyon a chance. He's died out of the game. Quick kick in towards the centre. Spawn lopes after it. With him is Grant. Grant able to push him forward. Then Burke and Grant both get hold of Spawn. Did it right there, Spawn, because he had 2 quality players trying to rip the footy away from him. And had the Saints got hold then, they would have been in with a chance.
Satori back on and Manson off.
So Robert Shaw ringing some changes here.
So the big thump. Oh, goes straight to Harvey. It's amazing how the ball follows the champions. Winmar, Shane Wakeland from 50 metres. Sets sail for home, Wakeland, and puts it through for a good goal. It started with Harvey and Winmar, the 2 champion players. Finished with Wakeland. Good goal, Bernie.
Yeah, terrific. Robert Harvey now 24. Wakeland made a bad mistake in the first quarter, was taken off, but terrific goal there.
Under a half-minute remaining, and this is the third quarter. It's been a big quarter for St Kilda. Poor play by Satori to give away a free kick. And Thornborough gets hold. I don't know if the Saints are going to get time here. Time on wasn't called, and it's ticking away. Now it's held up. Thornborough, they've got to get a mark and kick a goal from this St Kilda. Stroop at the target, big fly, gives away a free kick. And that's probably going to be the end of the ball game for three-quarter time. In a quarter where the Saints managed to kick 3 goals into the breeze, or 2 goals I should say into the breeze, and just 4 points by Fitzroy. So pretty poor effort by Fitzroy. And at three-quarter time, St Kilda, you would think in a winning position, leading 9-7 to 6-11. Start of the final quarter at Waverley Park. St Kilda leading by 14 points here. 9-7 to 6-11. Topsy-turvy game. Thornborough got the tap. Wine the first kick of the last quarter. Fitzroy without a goal since the 9-minute mark of the second term. It's been a very long time. Boyd goes back, gets it to Spawn, centres it to Wine. Wine's kicked 2 goals, 2 today. Should have found Satori, missed him. Frawley attacked it hard. Will go off the ground to the open spaces and go towards the boundary line and get to it. And the Saints fans know what a big play that was for Frawley. Pushing it forward.
Good attack, wasn't it, from the skipper? Captain of St Kilda in the 8th season, which has been a record. So well done by the Spud Farmer from Ballarat.
He's been an inspirational leader, hasn't he, over all that period of time. Armstrong goes back. Burke just snared it away. and able to get it out. And I think the key today, Bernie, has been that the best players in terms of reputation have produced some splendid performances for St Kilda.
Yeah, Harvey, very important back in the side, has had 24 possessions. Winmar, very good. He's 22 possessions. They've been very important players. Also, Nathan Burke, since he went on to Matthew Armstrong. He certainly shut him out of the game.
Well, the umpiring has been pretty good out here at Waverley. Chris Mitchell, Mark Prince and Anton McKernan. The crowd has roared a lot, but the umpires generally, Bernie, have been very, very consistent. Let the game flow. As we see Armstrong dive on it. They really need the first goal of this quarter, Fitzroy. I wouldn't like their chances if they let St Kilda get it. But Armstrong gone out of it, so Nathan Burke hotly pressing him. Now, it's kicked away for the Roys there by Baldwin to the half-forward line. This is a youngster, Chris Johnson, who's certainly got some good young players for the future. Johnson and Malloy into the pocket. They need Wheeldon to take a mark. He can't do so. It clears the head of Shanahan. Oh, look at Winmar helping out. Good play by Nicky Winmar. A class hand pass to Damon Shaw, who's done fairly well on Roos since going on to him. Shaw to centre wing. Ross Lyon with that familiar lope after the ball. Oh, too casual in the end. He was looking for Zanotti, but he should have shown a bit more desperation, Bernie.
Yeah, well done by the umpire there, Shane Wakeland, in getting to the ball there and affecting that smother from the hand pass.
Kicked an important goal, Wakeland into the breeze in the third quarter. Zanotti pushes it forward. Harvey held him up for the moment. Zanotti round the body up towards half forward. Pickett had a go at it. Johnson, everything he does is a touch of class. Hasn't had many touches. Wine, this could come off. Gets to Baldwin, who's looked injured today. It's been on and off the interchange. Good kick to fall forward. Here's a chance for Fitzroy. McGregor, can he set it up? Pickett with him. Still McGregor, still Pickett and Shanahan and Wheeldon. And a good play for the Saints in the end, because it did look as if Fitzroy could make something of that.
Well, they can't afford to bob it in high to Wheeldon, because Shanahan will beat him every time.
Yeah, he's too tall, isn't he, Shanahan? He's a big boy. Shanahan 194 centimetres and Wheeldon 183, so the height advantage there definitely with the full back.
Satori to go. Burt punched it back. Far as McGregor. McGregor with a chance round the body. Misses. Gee, they needed that, didn't they, the Fitzroy team? And they crawl up to 6-12 to 9-7. Repeating, they haven't kicked a goal for almost an hour of football. It's 9 minutes into the second quarter.
Well, they're still not out of it. That's the good thing as far as the scoreboard goes, as far as they're concerned. That's 13 points. That's nothing in modern-day football. And here's their chance again. Roos to Satori. Again, they kick it high. Here's Doc Wheeldon. Oh, nearly. But again, that lack of height. He's always giving away inches. Look, he's dirty on himself for not marking that. But it's that lack of height.
He's going against him, isn't he? But he's very lively. He always contests very hard in that forward line, Doc Wheeldon.
Now there's Harvey to Burke to Winmar. You wouldn't believe it. But those three, they just combine so often because they're such good players. Stripper marks on centre wing.
No, he doesn't. Play on, Pete.
Oh, he must have hit the ground.
Yeah, he spilled it.
Well, no, he's not arguing.
No, he spilled it.
He knows he dropped it. So
Here it is again.
Yes, hit the ground.
Centre wing. First goal, vitally important here. Quick kick away by Baldwin to half forward. Well, Devonport, there were three Fitzroy players, not one of them went for it. Devonport to Winmar. He's playing a sweeping role in this last quarter. The champ gets leg, free kick. It's against Morton, just goes out wide. Happy really to waste a bit of time. Remember though, the Saints have got the breeze here.
Oh.
Anderson, if they overdo this, they could pay a penalty. Armstrong, now surely Fitzroy can make something of this. Morton, Armstrong, Winmar closes brilliantly. Puts a wonderful tackle on. Anderson caught by Morton. And play on call. Fitzroy making a meal out of that.
Should have kicked the ball.
Slow handball back to Armstrong, and Winmar just attacked it.
Great tackle, wasn't it, Bruce? It was good to see a player really try to tackle at the hips too, instead of just those silly, flimsy tackles going towards the shoulders. A really committed tackle there from Winmar.
Point I was just going to make that the Saints seemingly on top, but as Peter said, they're only 13 points in front. They're going very short with the breeze. They could pay for this. Wines kick two, Hamill over the top. McCarthy, goal! No! Yes! Goal! What a goal! Oh, Diego Maradona reach a heart out. Wouldn't you love to score one like that, Bernie, in the World Cup finals?
Yeah, it was a bad kick in the end, wasn't it, Bruce? I thought he'd made a meal of it. It certainly looked like he'd messed it up there, McCarthy. He kicks his second goal. Here it is.
Extraordinary.
He misses the first time, misses completely. It looked as if it's got away from him. Here's a back kick. Terrific effort, McCarthy. He really should have kicked the first one, though. He missed the ball completely.
Oh, don't be too hard on him, Bernie.
Oh, no, the 6 points are there, Bruce. That's all that matters.
Well, Fitzroy are only 7 points behind now. There's Wakeland losing it to Satori. It's flicked back. Oh, here they come again, Fitzroy. Jimmy Wine, he's clear. Oh, smothered beautifully there by Devonport. Oh, staging for a free kick there was Baldwin. Taken by Wine. Wine into full forward. Shanahan attacked the ball. Here's Johnson laying the tackle. Good play by the youngster. And the umpire will bounce. He's going to argue with the umpire here, but I thought it was a good umpiring decision. He's not happy, Chris Johnson.
I don't know why. I think it was...
Well,
I'm with you, Peter.
He felt it was holding the ball, but I don't think Crawley had any chance of getting rid of that. So it'll be a bounce 30 metres out from the Fitzroy goal. All of a sudden, they're right back in this. It's funny how the sides have played their best football into the breeze. Now there's Satori. Oh, flicked down by Doc Wheeldon actually in the end. Oh, look at the pace of Morton. That was good play. Gets it out now. Who's that? It's Spawn. He loses it. David Grant kicked away by Morton with desperation. Back towards half forward, and here's Dean Anderson.
Has a bit of time. Slow Amble over the top to Grant. Winmar ran for Anderson. Winmar to Burke. All made a mistake. Armstrong good hip and shoulder. Winmar by Burke. Winmar courageous off the ground by Ross Lyon. And out of play. I hate to say this, Bernie, but you almost get the feeling that, in fact, I do get the feeling, we're looking at two teams that don't know how to win.
Well, their finish has been so poor today, especially in that second quarter when Fitzroy had so much of the ball and just couldn't hit a man with the foot passing. They had so many opportunities, but they're going to struggle, these two sides, I think, Bruce.
Wine's little handball, O'Brien, who kicked 4 goals in his first 5 kicks today. Burke, left-hand handball out of play.
You just get the feeling, Bruce, that it's just shifted again.
Well,
Fitzroy, the momentum.
I get the feeling the Saints are playing defensively.
Maybe.
I mean, O'Brien with the breeze in defence, and he's kicked 4 goals in the forward pocket. He's been their one leading light up forward.
Satori. Oh, he flicked it over the back. Oh, strong tackle in the umpire. Now, I think it's Chris Mitchell, it is, to bounce it at the 50-metre line. Nathan Burke, he's always there. I'm very impressed with number 11 for Fitzroy. I think he's going to be a very good player. Anthony McGregor, there he is on screen now. Very, very quick.
Yeah, he's had 14 kicks and 6 hand passes.
Yeah, he's a good player, Bernie, as it's knocked away by Peckett. Here's the little fella Morton. He's a terrier. Out towards Wind, another terrier. Onto the left foot. Brings it back to half forwards and pushing and shoving going. Oh, that's a mark.
Yes,
that is a very good mark to the doctor.
Yeah, you have to pay that. Well done, Doc Wheeldon.
I would have paid that one.
Jimmy Wine's been good, as you said, though, Peter. 20 kicks to Jimmy Wine and 9 hand passes. So definitely Fitzroy's best player.
Wheeldon a long way out from goal, but he'll be able to put this up towards the square. In fact, it's off the side of the boot, hoping someone can take a mark. That's almost a mark to Thornborough. And a push in the back, the umpire's paid. And now he's that should not be an advantage. Ah, boy. To half back, the mark is dropped. All the players stopped. The ball was... They all turned to the umpire, and then he calls play on.
Yeah, strange decision, that one.
And then Damon Shaw ran about 25 metres with it. He was pretty lucky to get away with it. A comedy of errors there. Now free kick coming back against Satori.
Very important decision, that. Very important decision, because that was a terrific tap out over the back to Kieran Spawn.
Yes, and he was away, wasn't he? Anderson's kick up the centre wing. Getting dark and getting very close this match. Keogh gave it away to Satori. Satori's handball to Boyd, and he's had a quiet one. Boyd through the centre.
Who to?
Terrible kick to Thornborough. Roos will be disappointed. Look at St Kilda, they can turn this over to Harvey. Harvey with 26 touches to Bardsley. Bardsley to Grant. Grant about 70 metres out. Long bomb towards full forward. Foe diving. Winmar kick the goal. Look at this for Nicky. And Brad Boyd's kick in the centre, creating a huge turnaround. And Winmar getting the goal.
Yes, it wasn't even as if Brad Boyd was under any sort of pressure when he kicked that ball into the Fitzroy forward line. And he certainly picked out number 30 for St Kilda. That's Wayne Thornborough. making that turnover very costly. As we see this in replay, Grant deep into the forward line. Fode couldn't take the mark there, but Hawking had the momentum. He couldn't stop. And appropriate that Winmar should kick that goal.
It's been everywhere, Winmar, hasn't he? Back pocket, forward pocket, what a game.
Yeah, great game. 28 possessions to Nicky Winmar.
He's close to best on ground. He and Harvey. Thornborough versus Satori. Damon Shaw has been a good player. Here's Jason Baldwin. Baldwin brings it to the half-forward line. The race is on. Oh, the bounce favours Jimmy Wine. A quick kick. There was no one leading. Oh, that's their problem down forward. They really haven't got anyone to take over. Here's Johnson. A big chance now to the Roys. McCarthy. Anderson for St Kilda. Back to Peckett. Here's Devonport. Shanahan with terrific vision. That's good play. Timmy Pekin. Oh, they've got the loose man on the rebound here to Strooper. He should go on with it. Strooper. Oh, good play by Roos. Hand pass over the top. Baldwin to Armstrong. On the Roos. Roos to half forward. And this little fella's shown a bit of life since he came on. Morton.
He has to get up and move it quickly, Pete.
At 70 metres from goal. They trail by 13 points, Fitzroy.
Well, he's not, because the forward line's certainly well crowded now.
Damon Shaw with Paul Roos there. Shaw's had 20 kicks in this match. Roos 11 and 7. Now Morton very short to Armstrong, who's in his preferred position on that left foot, a wobbling one. Well, Frawley pushed it forward, and then Shanahan mocked up. And with those prominent black gloves, pushed it through from behind. So 2 goals the difference at Waverley Park. 10-7 to 7-13. Devonport to bring it back in. And Fitzroy must get the next goal to have a chance in this low-scoring match.
Here's Justin Pickett. At half-back, he chips it around. Nathan Burke. 9 and 11, Nathan Burke. A typically honest game from him. Justin Pickett. Zanotti at the back. That's a mark at the front.
Wakeland.
And that's Wakeland. Shane Wakeland onto the left foot. The former Port Adelaide boy. Winmar sets himself. Punched away by Hawking. Back it comes to halfback. Jeremy Gard. Oh, touch of the fumbles. You can't afford that in modern day football, but they might get away with it. Here's Fode. Built like Tarzan. Here's Vidovic. Now it's Grant. Roos sets himself.
Has to be a free.
Is it a free kick? No,
Has to be a
yes,
free.
it is.
Free kick against St Kilda.
It'll come back. Free kick to Fitzroy at half back.
I think it was against Winmar, the player that jumped early, interfered. Let's have a look again. Here's Winmar up very early, giving the free kick away against Hawking.
If he took the mark, they would have paid it. Probably Bernie. That's the funny thing.
I think the interference was too early, Pete.
Jimmy Wine. Keogh able to spoil him. Off the ground by Spawn. Ricochets off Zanotti. Back to Spawn. Little handball. Free kick to Spawn at centre wing.
Yeah, that was a bit soft, wasn't it?
Very soft. It's a free kick situation. 15 to Fitzroy. 16 to St Kilda.
In such a low-scoring match and a tight match, every play now is becoming important, isn't it? Turnovers critical. Free kicks critical. Spawn's kick. Satori. Front spot. Takes the mark.
And Anthony Harvey about to come on for the Saints. Rod Keogh off.
Gives it to Armstrong, who's worked hard now in this last quarter. Inside 50, Malloy at the back, couldn't quite wield him. Good tackle on him. Now to Johnson, he's a clever player, brings it back. Not a bad kick in the circumstances. McCarthy's big fly. Baldwin left foot round the body. Misses. To behind. They're within 2 goals, Fitzroy. They're peppering. It's 7-14 to 10-7. Baldwin, who we believe is injured, with a point there. Now Burke makes the lead and takes the mark.
Nathan Burke. Boy, this good. Oh, God. That was nothing. I won't comment. That is disgraceful.
Well, I will, Peter, because that was a fair dinkum honest contest by Spawn.
Great play by Spawn.
And he's run too far.
Grant's run too far. Spawn made a contest to that mark and was penalised. You watch this. You watch. He goes back, goes for the mark.
He had eyes on the ball.
Unbelievable decision. That
ridiculous.
Well, here's Armstrong. I just gave the umpires a rap. In towards full forward. The bounce very important here.
You do go from very quickly though, Pete.
Oh well, when you see decisions like that, but still They've been pretty good throughout the game. They really have. As we see O'Brien. O'Brien's been excellent in the forward pocket. He's now in defence. He's kicked 4 as he brings it to centre wing.
Still plenty of time, about 8 minutes remaining. McCarthy. Light rain falling at Waverley Park. It's going to be pretty slippery from here on in. Free kick to Spawn against Burke. And we're just waiting to see one team make a decisive move here. St Kilda hanging on, but the thread might be getting a bit thinner as Fitzroy's getting plenty of the football. Morton in the centre square. Nothing happening up forward for him. So they're going to need a bit of luck. Morton goes for distance. A high ball. The breeze is basically down to nothing now. Baldwin's there, and also Pekin. And Anthony Harvey, and it's going to be a bounce down inside 50. St Kilda by 11 points.
No forwards, Bruce. Fitzroy.
Well, it's just very difficult, Pete, though, these conditions. It's not easy for forwards.
Vidovic to Pekin. High ball, line running back. Well, he waited for it. He really could have marked it. He may pay the penalty. Gets the handball over to Morton. Misses Zanotti. Gets to guard. They've got to do something constructive. Fitzroy goes short. It's a good kick. Gets the ball, but he's gone.
Oh.
Gone by Pekin. Boyd goes to ground. Misses the body with a handball. Off the ground by Devonport to Satori. Satori goes short. Good play by Shanahan. Again, they just can't make anything of it. Guard pushes it forward. Trying to go off the ground there. Burke was the courageous one. The handball very good in the end by Bardsley. And a high ball, but straight back to McCarthy.
McCarthy plays on. He's got a loose man, Spawn. Kieran Spawn. They can't afford to bomb it up high. They're not tall enough on the forward line. No one can take a mark. Here's Damon Shaw. He went without it. Socket off the ground. Now they're a chance. Johnson to Roos. Roos attacked as he brings it up in front of goal, and Danny Frawley waits underneath it and takes it good. No, it's not. It's Robert Harvey taking the mark underneath. And he has been magnificent, he and Winmar. Harvey bombs it out long. And Fitzroy are dominating midfield, just dominating the whole game. Here's Ross Lyon, but nothing's happening up forward.
Well, the same thing happened in the second quarter. They dominated play and couldn't get the goals on the board.
Punch away by the Saints. Devonport. It's about 2 players in St Kilda's attacking zone at the moment. They've completely gone defensive. Harvey gets it to his brother. Goes into the centre square. Or push out by McCarthy. Got the free, well, he got the mark paid. He did give a little shove back to centre half forward. Shanahan, guard. It was a hard ball to take. Pressure on, guard at 50. Eludes a tackle, then goes to ground, gets the handball. Armstrong with a high floater. Johnson's underneath it. Keeps his eye on it. Brilliant play by Pekin. In the pocket, Johnson. Got tripped, play on. Free kick to Johnson. The young fella, the youngest on the park, 17 years of age. With the big kick of the match, you'd say. This to bring Fitzroy back in.
Well, there's a free kick.
What for?
I think he paid it for a trip, did he? It must have been. That's all it could have been.
I think that's what he did pay it
Gee, it
for.
was great play there by Pekin, wasn't it? Getting back there and spoiling in that marking contest.
Fantastic, wasn't it?
Magnificent effort.
This kid's going to be a player.
He's going to be told to go straight back over the mark.
Wielden did kick one from this position in the second quarter.
He's a bit closer, Wielden, wasn't he, Bernie? Probably 5 metres closer. Now Johnson comes around. Hooks it. Not bad. Not bad at all. He's got it. The 17-year-old. The kid has brought Fitzroy back within 5 points. 8-14 to 10-7. We've got a thriller, Bernie.
Well, quite surprisingly, I don't know how Fitzroy is that close to really watching the play since about halfway through that second quarter. Fitzroy really hasn't deserved to be anywhere near it. Let's have a look at this again. There's Pekin somehow gets back. Terrific effort to spoil there. Now, this is the free kick. Well, I think it was awarded for a trip, but he may have been very lucky because he may have stumbled over his own feet.
Well, 2 days in a row here at Waverley, we're seeing another thriller. Roos. The Roys go forward. Here's Doc Whelan's with the chest out, sprinting after it. Oh, boy, they mucked that up, and Frawley brings it to centre wing, but they're dominating, as I said, midfield, around the centre area, as we see McGregor out wide. Here's Danny Morton, who's given them a lot of life. Morton kickets up as he brings it towards the pocket. They race up. Oh, good mark. Oh, not paid. Shanahan. Here's a chance for Boyd. Now Johnson, oh, look at the class of Johnson. He brings it in front of goal. He wants someone to take a mark. Roos is there. The big fist is away. Knocked on by Craig O'Brien. Here's Anderson. Out to the champ, Harvey. And Robert Harvey will clear this ball from half-back.
Takes his time, short pass. They can't get it past centre. St Kilda. Grant goes off the ground. Is this the opportunity for the Saints? Bardsley back to Anderson. Anderson goes long to centre half. And Winmar! Oh, what a champion he is. In the front spot. Diving mark at centre half forward. And it would be fitting if Nicky went back and bombed the long one. No, he's going to go short. Loose man here. And all alone Pekin takes the mark about 25 metres out. And a goal here with 3.5 minutes to go. In what we've been seeing today won't be enough.
Timmy Pekin hasn't kicked a goal in 1994. Only kicked 5 goals last year.
Except earlier today.
Except one goal today, I should say. Yeah, Bruce, before today.
Into the breeze. One that just got through, didn't it? Well, what a big kick this is now. This you would reckon to win the match for St Kilda. In the pocket, he's got it. It's not over, but you would think they were home. 11-7 to 8-14.
Yeah, that makes it very tough now for Fitzroy. Nicky Winmar played at both ends of the ground. The player that's been instrumental. His possession, 17 kicks, 12 hand passes. And just weighed up, summed up the situation there beautifully. Saw Pekin at made position. Timmy Pekin playing game 196. Hadn't kicked a goal before today. Only 5 goals last season. And those 2 goals today, very important.
The Saints by 11 points. 3 minutes Fitzroy have in which to score those 2 goals. But here he is. Nicky Winmar bombs it long. A huge kick. And it rolls over the line. And that's a handy point because it makes it 12 points.
Pouring with rain, Peter, and the lights are on here.
Difficult for Fitzroy now with 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. The kick comes out the guard.
Had to take the mark. Didn't quite out of play. Free kick. Yes, Bardsley over the top. Ball appeared to have gone out. Bardsley going right over the top. Guard knows he's got to move it. They need 2 goals here. Guard with a high one to centre wing. Roos. Oh, what a fly! Almost. Shaw's been terrific. Still at centre wing. Satori trying to topo. McCarthy twists, turns, gets caught, thumps it forward to nobody. Missed by Grant. This ball very slippery now. All in favour of St Kilda. Free kick coming back to Damon Shaw, I think it is. And you'd think that'll be the ball game with 2.5 minutes to go. 21 kicks and 4 handballs. And I know that Winmar and Harvey are probably in front of him, but Shaw's not too far behind. When you add up what he's been able to do today. Wakeland in there. And St Kilda hang on to it. And it looks like they're going to have their 3rd win for the year. And with the final 8 in a 15-team competition, it just gives them a bit of a sniff, doesn't it?
Well, a little bit of hope, I suppose, Bruce. They've had a couple of bad performances over the last few weeks. Lucky to get a home against Sydney, and a bad one against last week against Collingwood.
Armstrong brings it back. They have to score a goal very quickly, but not when Robert Harvey gets the ball. That is good play, intelligent play on the left foot to kick it wide and waste a bit of time. But 21-9 after coming back from groin problems and hamstring problems as well. He's a great player, Harvey. Satori versus Vidovic. Here's Craig Devonport, who's improved his game. He's done all right. Around the boundary line, Anthony McGregor has marked at half-back now. They've got to take a chance here and just come up the middle. Now, they're saying he ran back over the line with it, played on virtually, and went over the line with the ball here. Very technical. Anton McKernan, the umpire, looks at McGregor and says, well, they're the rules. But very, very technical.
Well, he must have just run off the line there, and the boundary umpire called it out of bounds.
It said that he played on and ran over the line.
Well, nothing going right now for Fitzroy.
Well, look, let's have a look at the incident again. Here's McGregor. He may have played on, yes. Well, the umpire interpreted it that way anyway, so I've seen players lining up from the forward pocket kicking for goal. They've run off the mark when they've been out of bounds, so technically that's out of bounds as well.
Inside 50, last minute of this game as Wakeling goes forward to Zanotti. Gang tackled Zanotti in there and out of play. Been fair Zanotti, 9 kicks, 4 handballs. Folk kicked a couple on him though in the second quarter. And the Saints leading by 2 straight goals now, 11-8 to 8-14. Vidovic at the back, Devonport there with Stretches come back on the ground, Hawking there, Strooper out of bounds on the full. But that's pretty handy at this stage for St Kilda, deep in their forward pocket. Left forward pocket, leading by a couple of goals as McGregor to bring it back in. And make sure of this, but the sting has suddenly gone, hasn't it? That one goal that Pekin kicked, dousing the Fitzroy flame late in this game. McGregor out wide, Roos will try for a big fly. At the back, he's going to pay that one. Too little too late for the captain. Terrific first quarter and a half, but then really blunted, I feel, by Damon Shaw as Roos kicks in towards the centre. And Mark taken by Devonport. As Peter McKenna said, he's played pretty well. Goes to O'Brien. Coming in is Hawking. Hawking able to push it in front. O'Brien with him. O'Brien with 4 goals when it really counted earlier than this match. Zanotti goes back. Caught there was McGregor. Play on call. And this match now dwindling away. And St Kilda's going to record its 3rd win for the year. 11-8 to 8-14. Throw it in the forward pocket. Dying seconds of the match. Saints fans will be very happy. 15,000 people here today. As the kick around the body, going. Is that a goal? Touched. That's a behind. So the final score at Waverley Park, St Kilda 11-9, 75, have defeated Fitzroy 8-14, 62 by 13 points in a low-scoring, rather scrappy affair, but it was close and tight all day and provided plenty of thrills. St Kilda in the end over Fitzroy.